Alright guys, welcome back to my Halloween marathon, and this right here is day number 7. And today I'm going to be talking about a somewhat popular Turbografx game that is perfect for the season. And no, I'm not talking about Splatterhouse. This right here, it's Devil's Crush. Now, Devil Crush came out in 1990 on the Turbografx, obviously. It is the second installment in the Crush pinball series right after Alien Crush. A Genesis port of this game was also made and renamed to Dragon's Fury here on the US. Now basically what this is a pinball game, but it's a pinball game with a satanic and horror visual to it. And let me tell you, this is coming from somebody that's not a pinball fanatic or a fan of pinball games or pinball machines. This game is awesome. It has some amazing ball physics for its time. And unlike Alien Crush, it's not divided into different screens. This is actually a full-fledged scrolling screen that follows the ball at all times. And you have like 3 layers to the gameplay area. Now as you can see here, you got all sorts of things going on. It's a very busy play area. I mean, obviously you have there that cool looking skeleton that just keeps an eye on the ball whether it goes up and down. Look at its eyeball. It just follows the ball. That's so eerie and creepy. But it's those little details that make this game great. It's a great pinball game. You got these little demons running around the play area. And there's 3 layers to the play area here. It's very hard to get to the 3rd part all the way up top. I can usually make it to the 2nd one for some reason easily, but not the 3rd. As you can see here. It also uses many stages with smaller screens where you are able to battle bosses and different types of creatures for extra bonus points. If you lose on that smaller bonus screen, you don't lose the ball, you just go back to the regular playing area. Now, the biggest thing that everybody thinks about immediately when you mention Devil Crush is that woman's face that appears on the background. I mean, even if you never heard of Devil's Crush, there's a high chance of you haven't seen the picture of that woman in the background. And as you progress and get more points and knock down certain parts in the pinball area and maybe hit her from time to time, her facial expression will actually change to the point where she eventually becomes some kind of a reptile creature, I believe. You also got these little demons and little creatures running around the whole play area there. You got these little soldier skeletons running around. From time to time you're gonna see this skeleton warrior just come down on the left side of the screen and kind of blocks the area from hitting the ball towards the left. And you got these little pentagram looking things on the sides that if you manage to get the ball inside there, some of them will take you into these bonus stages. The game also has this little tilt button to give you that same feeling of when you're playing an actual pinball table. You can hit the tilt button as many times as you like, but if you do, the flippers will stop working and it's going to cause you to lose the ball. I mean, aside from great visuals, this game has some pretty cool music that goes along with the actual theme of the game and the visuals. Now, if you want to play this game today, you might be able to find it online in one of the shops for one of the consoles, hopefully. And if for some reason you think that it's a little bit too much retro for you, there is a solution to that. There's a spiritual successor that came out in 2019 called Demon's Tilt, and it's available for pretty much every platform from the PS4 all the way up to the Switch. And it's also in Steam as well. Now, this is one of those games where you don't really have to be a fan of pinball gaming or pinball machines in order to appreciate the gameplay visuals. There was nothing done like it back in the day. I mean, you had pinball games come before it, but nothing to this point of extreme where it took great visuals and a horror concept and brought it all together to make one kick-ass pinball game. Now, anybody who's anybody can pick up this pinball game and play it. However, I don't think it's really made for little children, and you might want to look elsewhere if they feel like playing some type of a pinball type game, since this one has some eerie and demonic like visuals that some parents might find quite disturbing. Yeah, this one right here was one of my first video game pinball experiences, and to this day it's still one of my favorites, so I highly recommend you pick it up, especially now during Halloween. It's the perfect time to play this type of game. I mean, just look at it. I mean, you'll have a devil of a good time. I'm sorry, I just had to say that, I'm sorry. Alright, well, hopefully you guys like this little recap of one of my favorite pinball games of all time. Join me tomorrow for day number 8, where I will be talking about a very obscure Neo Geo game that is perfect for the Halloween season. Until then, don't trust clowns.